There are some basic things to know about SEO, that's search engine optimization. And this is really important if you've got a website and you want to get seen. So for example, if I type in jargon free, press enter, you'll see the jargon free website comes right up at the top here. I can click on it. There's no, on this particular one, you'll have seen in the past that you can get adverts down the side here, sponsored links they like to call them. And if I was to type in here computers, then you get these. Here you are, there's some sponsored links there, and there's some here as well, and further down you'll see here are what is known as the organic listings. They're the ones that aren't using what are known here as AdWords. These AdWords here, these people, like Amazon, pay for them. And every time you click on one of these, it costs Amazon a certain amount of money. It might be pennies, or it might actually be a few dollars or pounds, it depends on the currency, but it's all about value. And you bid for these as well to be at the top of this list. So you can imagine sometimes competition is very high. And it can be very expensive for a company to do something like this. What you want is, like I've done on Jargon Free, that you come up on top of this list here. And if I was to try that for me, of which there are quite a few other Gary Schwartzes, there you go, there's one up here, and if I scroll down, I am somewhere here. Sometimes I'm at the top of this list, but there I am. I'm on the home page, which is really good. But quite often, I'm at the top here. So how do you do this without having to use the sponsored links and save yourself some money? Well, I'm just going to go back to the Jargon Free website, because I've done some things here that help. So I'm just going to go to that. I'm going to click on that link, and it takes me to here. And there are some key things that I've done to make this work. And you can do this yourself if you've set up a website yourself, or get your web designer to do it. But this can make a huge difference. You may not see anything instantly, but I want to just point these out to you so you start getting these right. But before I do, it's very important as well to get other sites to recognize what you do and to link into you. They only work if it's actually relevant to what you do. So putting it on a website that you might have from your school and getting it to go to your business that's got nothing to do with it, Google recognizes that it doesn't work. But let's say, for example, if a computer company put a link on their website, or there was a newspaper put a link on their website and it came to mine, that would be relevant and that would count. But things I've done here that are really important is, one, the title across the top here, and you can see it just at the top there. This here is the key thing that Google finds first. Okay, so whatever you put in here is really important as your keywords. And don't go mad. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it and you keep repeating yourself, or if you use the names of competition, you can actually get blacklisted. So be careful about that. This is really important. But that is, at the top here, very important for Google. The other thing you've got here is these headings here. These are headings. This is what's known as heading 1. Okay? And this heading 1 is another thing that Google and other search engines look for. Keywords today don't really matter. It's this that matters. But make it relevant and say what you do. So if I want people to look for making technology easy to understand, this is good wording for this. Don't put in there, again, names of competition. Think about what people are searching for and put it there. So if you were to go to my Excel page, I've actually listed a few functions on there to help with that. The next level down that it looks at is this one here, which is known as heading 2. And so if I had a relevant topic here, that would also help come up on Google and other search engines as well. Really, really important. It's also important to have relevant links, and also images, you should give them a name. So here you can see I've given it the Jargon Free Help logo. The name of the picture, the actual file name, is important. Google can pick that up. So make sure you've named those pictures correctly. And again, don't overdo it, having loads of pictures with the same name or similar names. Google's only going to throw it out. So it's all about being sensible. And if it's working or not working, then what you need to do is try and make adjustments to make it work. get your friends, colleagues to also search for it. You can search for it too. This actually helps with the search engine optimization and get people to click on those links. But if they do it too many times from the same computer, again, Google's going to recognize, or any other search engines, that something is up. So it's all about being reasonable. So don't sit there clicking and clicking and clicking and searching for yourself all the time. There is a reasonable amount that you can do it as well. And the more people that start to find you and then click on you will only enhance that even further. So that is what you should be looking for initially. That's what you need to do. I'm going to do another tutorial about basic SEO that is actually going to introduce you to the sitemap and using analytics as well with Google. And by submitting sitemaps, it will tell Google that you exist. It may find you anyway, but there's a little bit more to this. But this is what you need to look at first. Are you doing the right thing there? Make sure you've got your titles across the top. Your headings are correct, heading 1 and heading 2, and also that images have names, appropriate file names, such as in this case, jargon-free help logo. People search for images, they come up. So that should get you started with your basic SEO.